Howdy folks, how are you all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to Black Myth Wukong. And as you can see, we are just now signing in, which of course means that I've done no prep before the stream. Normally I at least run around and take a couple of swings and make sure that I'm still good at playing the game. Well, make sure that I still know how to play the game, but we've not done that today. What we are about to do right now is a sound test. Perfect timing on that one. Absolutely beautiful. Gilliam, welcome to the chat, and thank you for AFKing with me today. You are always welcome to AFK here, folks. Alright, never feel compelled, forced, or otherwise pressured into chatting if you don't feel the urge to do so, or else if you are busy with other things, that is fine too. You are more than welcome to hang out in the chat. I'm just waiting on Caster Labs to connect to the YouTube, which sometimes it's a little slow to do, which is fine. YouTube is not as, the API is not, like, accurate down to the second as some other services. I've noticed that when a YouTube video goes live, sometimes it gets posted to the Patreon Discord like that, and then sometimes, 15 minutes later, it gets posted. YouTube just be like that, I guess. Well, welcome back. It's good to see that the stream is working, because that means that the fiber I ran through the attic is working, and oh boy, I almost died yesterday. That's a fun story for later. That's a fun... We'll come back around to that. Very busy is Gilliam, and that is perfectly fine. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these windows around here. If you'll give me just a moment, so that I can kind of see everything going on. There we go. Nope, hold on. Until Caster Labs connects to YouTube, I still need to have the YouTube chat independently behind it. So I'll kind of do that, and then I'll pop that up there, and you can see none of this. But I can, that's what matters. Welcome back! I did not install, the Gilliam actually sent me some mods. I did take a look at them. We can play as Tifa if we wanted to, which is pretty cool, and something we might end up doing. You get a mini-map. There's actually a ton of cool mods. As always, I'm going to have to figure out how they apply on Linux. I know that it turned out to be really easy to mod old Battlefront versions on Linux, because they just ship with an exe that you can open in Wine, and then point to where your game is installed and just injects the mods for you. I don't know, I don't think Nexus Mods exists for Linux. I'll have to do some more research. But we've not installed anything today, because I did spend most of yesterday running around in my attic. We're going to go this way first towards that tower and see if there's anything over here to find. I spent most of my day yesterday in the attic, so I realized very quickly that it was very hot, and that I probably should have done the attic thing before live streaming. That would have made way more sense. Okay, good. Caster Labs is finally connected to YouTube. I can get rid of that window. It was way too hot to be up there. It was over 100 degrees. There was no airflow. I did have this massive blower fan that normally keeps the attic cool, but for those of you who don't know the saga of me and my attic, when I moved into my home nearly a decade ago, there was an old gas heater that was no longer in use, but it blocked half of the attic. So I could get access to, we'll say, the west half of the attic, the west wing, but I could not get access to the east wing. Well, I finally managed to break that thing down into enough individual pieces that I was able to haul it through the cramped attic and get it out of the way and gain access to... We're calling it the East Wing. It's a very small attic, and it's a bit of a comedic title. But I finally gained access to it, and the massive blower fan that I have doesn't quite reach to that part of the attic, as it happens. So I was over there sweating up a storm. I got the fiber cables ran, right? Like, I managed to do that. But then I couldn't get the hole drilled because the battery died. And it was so hot, and I was sweating so much that eventually I stopped sweating, which is generally a sign that you're having, like, heat stroke. And so I, like, hauled myself to the edge of the attic and was getting ready to crawl down, and I felt so weak, I was like, can I get down this ladder? I did. I'm not dead, obviously. I survived. But I, like, limped into the kitchen and got a glass of water, and then limped back to my room, put a fan on me, just lay down sipping water for, like, 30 minutes. It was a miserable experience. I don't recommend it to anyone. 0 out of 10. I went back, I waited until about 9 o'clock at night when it had cooled down enough, and repositioned the fan and went back up there, drilled the holes. This was the best part, okay? I already had hole in the wall in the game room that I had put these sort of brush plates in so I could pass cables between the game room and the neighboring room. And I was like, that'll be perfect. I'll try to. I did a lot of measurements, and I was like, I will drill the hole in the top of the wall, like inside the wall. I will drop the cable into the cavity, and it should come out close to where those brush plates are. And I did not expect it to be right on the money because it's different in the attic. When you're in the attic, it's different than down here. The measurements don't carry over, and I'm like, I think I've measured it close enough. Instead of just using like wall to where I wanted it, I was also measuring off of where like the air vent was and all these different things. I got down here, I walked over to the wall, I stuck a finger into the brush plate, and immediately, fiber. Ripped it out, plugged it in, started flashing. I said, ah, it worked! Came back to this room, because I ran fiber to 2 rooms, plugged it in, did not work. Unplugged it, plugged it back in, still didn't work. Unplugged it, took out the fiber transceiver, plugged the fiber transceiver back in, plugged the fiber back in, started flashing, and I said, that's good enough. I got to go back up there and tidy it up. I did half of the attic with nice hooks to hang the fiber from. I got to go back and do the other half because my drill bit broke that I was using to put the hooks in. But it's done. Sorry, wait, what's happening here? All of that to say that for the first time in almost a decade, I no longer have, since I've moved into this home, I have always had at least one Ethernet cable running across my kitchen floor and down the hallway to this room to connect it up to my internet and to where my storage server is, because I don't keep the storage server in here because it's big and it's loud. That's always been at least one cable. Sometimes it's been 2. Sometimes, at one point, I had my gaming PC in the living room, which was actually a pretty decent setup, but that meant that I had, in addition to 2 Ethernet cables, I also had a really long, like 100-foot long USB cable and HDMI cable, like fiber HDMI cable, 4 cables coming down the hallway. Unbelievable. Absolutely nonsensical. No more. No more. It was a rewarding moment coming down from the attic and being like, I did it. I finally did it. Alright, so we do have some sparks. We have 6 of them. I've not been paying enough attention. Goodness me. Staff stances. Should we try to upgrade all of our staff stances when we don't really use... I'll tell you what, we did use thrust stance quite a bit more. Stamina recovering and hitting enemies while in thrust stance sounds good. And then following light attack with heavy attack performs a tactical retreat. The Destined One hops backwards and hones his defense while preparing for another fierce attack. Follow tactical retreat with another heavy attack that consumes a focus point, unleashes forceful thrust. Okay. After performing tactical retreat, forceful thrust, or charged heavy attack, hold light attack to unleash whirling thrust. Okay, hold on. So either tactical retreat, forceful thrust, or charged heavy attack, and then we will hold the light attack button to unleash a... Oh, that actually looks really cool. The Destined One leaps forward. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get that. But we're going to stop there. We're going to go over to transformations. I want to read some. Each talent level moderately increases the damage of the next attack after a perfect dodge. Each talent level moderately increases defense. I think this is for any transformation. And I think it's probably worth getting that. But also, reduces the might decay. Might recovery speed. Maximum might. Attack while transformed. Health while transformed. Increases the might retained from detransforming. I don't know what any of that means. I really don't. But I'm going to do health, and that's it. There we go. We're out of there. That took up 2 and I didn't realize it. Nice. Well, something tells me that, oh, there's a bridge here. I'm guessing this all forms a bit of a circle then. The route we didn't take earlier probably doubles back to down here. Or not doubles back, but continues on to down here. Let's see if we can take this guy unawares. I mean, he definitely saw it coming, but he just didn't respond. He sort of just watched it. I wonder if he was, like, getting tired. You know what I mean? You know, like, when old folks... Everyone's seen that video of the girl asking Grandma... Like, hey, Grandma, happy birthday. What do you, like, are you hoping to make it till next year? I can't remember the exact wording, but she's like, oh, I hope not. You just get tired, you know? And Grandma was tired. And maybe that guy back there on the bridge was just tired. And he was ready for an eternal rest. And he just saw the monkey coming, saw the monkey charging up his staff and said, yeah, all right. Yeah, I could think of worse ways to go. So this does double back to this little pond, so that's good to know. What kind of happens if we go further up the mountain, though? I'm not necessarily intent on exploring 100% of this place. I don't need to do that, but I don't want to also miss anything. Remember, we're still looking for a couple of items for people further back in the level. There's that one fella who was saying he wants something that's with a red inside and the green outside or something like that. And then there's that other fella who's looking for some sort of magical pill. So, like, we gotta find these things. It's possible that what they're looking for can't even be found here. Maybe one of those things relates to, gosh darn you. Yeah, get rid of him. One of those things could relate back to Rattle Kid. If you remember Rattle Kid from the previous area. We've not finished with that. We've got to go find him somewhere else in the previous area and continue to play as Rattle for him. Or something along those lines. What is all that sound behind me? Was it just like the dying gasps of that guy? Yeah. Oh, hold on. What is this?
Kind sir, pause your steps and heed my story.
This is new. We've never talked to a corpse before.
I was a fox guy who practiced to become one of the humans. One day, I was foraging for food and found myself caught in a hunter's trap. A young scholar saved me and kept me in his home to let me heal. I couldn't move, yet my heart swelled with gratitude.
And?
I thought I could aid him in his career in return for saving my life. Little did I foresee that following a dream, he would take my life. My soul lingered, yet he left without a trace.
This is the fox from the animation!
Tirelessly, only to find he had become a monk in the new Thunderclap Temple.
This is the one, he had the dream where the fox turned into a beautiful lady and then ate his family, so he killed the fox. This is that fox.
I beg you, sir, to take my fur and wear my form, confront him and calm my sorrowful heart.
Well?
He's hiding in the side hall of the temple. Kind sir, will you lead me to him?
We are a fox now. This is odd. This kind of takes me back to that one time we got turned into a bug and I immediately transformed out of being a bug because I assumed, erroneously, that we'd be able to become a bug again if we wanted to. And we simply... Okay, well that's unfortunate. Am I supposed to make it all the way up here? I'll tell you what, let's figure out where exactly we're supposed to be going. First things first. And then we will clear the path between there and here. And then we will come back down and hopefully be able to transform again. Although, admittedly, I don't know for sure. But then, with the path clear, we'll be able to make it up here without any issues. That's the plan, at least. We'll see whether or not it pans out. Oh, goodness. It's a bit upsetting that they would just attack a fox. It does imply that they're not that intelligent, and they might just attack whatever comes this way. We're also just sort of assuming this is the direction we need to go in. We don't know that for sure. This is just sort of the path that lay beyond. Well, okay, well this just seems to lead to a dead end. Oh, you son of a gun. Goodness me. I will not die to you, sir. I will not die to a basic flying beast such as yourself. We might, actually. We're not doing too hot. Jeez. Stop it. You're just like a normal guy. You're not supposed to be hard. This isn't a boss fight. How do you hit me when I'm behind a tree? I mistook the tree as something that could provide cover. That is on me. I will admit fault. Foolish me for thinking a solid tube of wood would protect me from the wind. Alright? I should know better. I had the wind blow a tree onto my house. I should know, of all people, that that's not how that works. And now we're like way over here at the Brook of Bliss, which is not at all where we need to be. Can we fast travel back to the other one? I know it like it's... No, don't... I mean, I didn't mean to rest. I know that's the button I clicked, but it wasn't what I meant to click, alright? I don't need to explain my nonsense to you. We're going to fast travel back here. We're going to clear the path up the... I don't think that's where we need to go is the only problem. Like, even though, yes, that's where the corpse is, I don't think that's where we need to go. And I'm wondering if maybe it's not what we saw in that direction. But we're going to progress forward. We're going to see what happens. It could also be that it's this way. This looks like it's a way to a temple. But now I got to know what's in that chest up at the top of the mountain, so... What, did you just throw like a snowball at me or something, my guy? Also, have we been back here before? I think this is another more different route. This is a very confusing territory we found ourselves in. There's like different routes everywhere. I thought this was going to reconnect to a previous part of the level as well. And kind of make it all make sense, but that has not yet occurred. Doesn't mean that it won't, just means that it hasn't yet. Yeah, I think this is probably the route we're supposed to go. But I want to find out what is up here in that chest, which means we do have to now fight everything again. Should be easy enough, though. We just have to play better. And that's easy enough, right? This is the second game that I've played this year that has obnoxious tentacle creatures that just emerge from the earth. The other being Stellar Blade, which also has obnoxious tentacle creatures. What is this? Why is this a thing? Is this a real... Because that's a Korean game. This is a Chinese game. Are giant tentacles that come out of the ground and attack you just a real problem in parts of Asia? Is that like quicksand in North America? Like, we have to be on the lookout. I don't know if you've ever seen like a North American cartoon. But they aren't joking, man. Let me tell you, quicksand, big deal. We deal with it nearly on the daily. See, this is how the fight's supposed to go, I think. Much easier. Much, much easier. Also, I kind of like the way we look with the... Is that snow on us right now? That looks pretty cool. Yeah, so I think we can confirm this is a dead end. But, I mean, there is something here at least. There's a blood of the Iron Bull and some cold iron leaves. It was worth it in the end to get more of this stuff that I don't know what to do with. I'm thinking we probably take it back to that fella who gives us the permanent stat increases. Alright. Should we go ahead and once again keep the same plan as before? And this time on foot, as a monkey. Clear out the path that we think leads to the temple. Preemptively. Also, can we see what's ahead by just running to the edge of this cliff and looking down there? That's a large area. See, my thinking was that maybe... Remember, we found previously a large snowy area, and we decided to go up to the right, and that's what led us to the turtle and to Sexy Dragon Lady that I allegedly had some sort of love affair with, depending on who you ask, in the chat from the previous stream. And I'm just curious as to whether or not that could potentially be the path that we need to take. I mean, I don't know if they're going to end up being connected. I liked that sort of reveal in the second region, the desert, that the different paths actually created big overlapping circles that eventually connected back up to each other. I thought that was really cool and fun. I'd like for it to do it again, but I don't know that it will. Let's not die. Let's not die. Wonderful. Absolutely. Was it worth 3 Dragon Balls? Yes, it was. Absolutely, without a doubt. We're going to absorb the will. This looks like it's leading towards a temple. What I'm concerned about, and the only thing that I'm concerned about, is that when we go back down there to... Oh, what is this? Oh, have we... No, this is just one of the gargoyles. Okay. Son of a gun! What I'm concerned about is that when we do the transformation, is everything going to respawn? Is the point of this section of the game that it's tricky to get up here as a fox, and you just kind of have to cop it? Keeping in mind that we've not actually tried to get up here as a fox. We went down the wrong trail before. Yeah, this looks like it's probably the place. And if I had to guess, I think we're probably just... Hi there! Darn you. Okay. We also got to remember that we can do some sort of a, yeah, like, escape there doing that. Beautiful. Okay, we got to remember that. That does require that we switch modes, though, which is the only issue. Man, the game recommends you play this with a controller, but I reckon on mouse and keyboard you could have some fantastic macros to just do those little maneuvers for you. Tiny piece of gold and refined iron sand. Would that just be iron dust? What makes it iron sand? Is it just sand that has a rich amount of iron in it, or is it actually just ground up iron? Okay. See, this goes back down here and connects to this big open area from before, where there's a big rock fella, and apparently there's another fast travel point down below. And what looked like a giant stone monument over there. Should we go ahead and just grab this fast travel point while we're in the area, and then we'll go get the fox? Okay, apparently, did not time that right. Gotta get him before he jumps in the air. Almost a really bad situation there. Almost got squished by a very large gentleman and his rock. Oh, hi there, I see you. Hold on, we've gotta collect the pears before we carry on. Everyone loves a celestial pear. Oh, what are you doing, my guy? He's got symbols that he can play to, like, summon people. I was not sure if I'd reach him or not. Who's talking now? There are so many people in this region. There's so many individuals requesting aid and fire and things. Who's talking right now? It wasn't our horse friend, was it? Because we've been looking for our horse friend for a while. We're going to go ahead and offer the incense and just get this area unlocked. Hey! How about that, Jake? I guess the early morning church worked out for you, huh? You're out for the day, and you can head to swim lesson and watch a Howdy Folks live stream. Maybe we ought not have roasted you for your crazy idea to go to an 8 a.m. church service. It seems to have been a brilliant idea. How was it, by the way? Hope it went well. Hope they didn't teach anything weird. Hope they didn't have you, like, playing with snakes or anything. But, I don't know. I mean, listen, I don't know if the live stream is more important than swim lessons. This live stream is not going to help you prevent drowning. In fact, I feel like that needs to be established. Howdy Folks makes no claims as to whether or not you will learn how to avoid drowning by watching these streams, okay? These are non-educational... actually, hold on. Wait. They are educational, but just not in regards to streaming. We learn a lot from these streams, okay? If anything, I think you probably... If you watch a Howdy Folks stream, just 1 hour a day... You will learn far more from this than you will the average American school system lesson. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talk about all kinds. We talk about space sometimes. We talk about the advantages of lard over you know, a highly processed vegetable oil. You know, I mean, we're teaching the real truth here. Okay, what really did happen to JFK? It was the CIA. Let's carry on. Nope, this is not going to work. He is way too far away. I hear the guy. I hear the disembodied voice. Oh, you've got to work, so you have to miss the swim lesson. I'm sorry to hear that. This is freaking Kratos. That's who this is. I've not played the games, but I've seen him. White skin, sort of a red motif. Oh my gosh, I'm about to kill the God of War. Look at me go. Yay! I am Kratos now. New Lesser Yao Guai. Okay. How does that benefit me? Also, where's the person who was cold? It's odd good? I like things that are odd good. I'm glad to hear that it worked out for you, though.
Freezing here.
Hello?
Fire. I need fire.
Oh, there he is. I was gonna say, I'm trying to use stereo sound to locate this individual. You need fire, huh? Can I make a fire? Is that something I have the ability to do? I don't think I have any fire abilities. If I do, I've not unlocked them or used them.
Freezing here. Fire. I need fire.
This gets kind of glowy. I don't think that starts a fire, though. Yeah, no, that didn't quite do it. There is a fire right back here that he could at any point just come to. In fact, there's two of them.
It's freezing here.
Okay, this is a mystery.
Fire. I need fire.
Is not odd. Oh, which is not odd. Good. No, that doesn't make... Is not good. Which for us is good, not odd. I follow now. I assumed it was a typo, but it was a funny one.
Fire. I need fire.
Dude, if I can figure out how to bring you a fire, I'm going to do it. Trust me, I've just got to figure it out. Is it an environmental puzzle? Again, I don't think I have fire abilities. I don't think. Hold on. We should not make claims when we don't know ourselves. Let's go ahead and check our self-advancement and see what we got. Do I have fire skills? What do I have as spells? Oh, you know what? Hold on. Wait, don't we have like a ring of fire that we can... We have a ring of fire. Wait a minute. If we cast the ring of fire around this man, we've got to switch over to it. We don't have it equipped right now. We'd have to trade off something. I can't even remember. I think we'd have to... let's see. Set spells. We need to switch from Immobilize to Ring of Fire. Let's hope we don't accidentally roast the guy in the flames. Okay, pal. I'm going to put you and the whole tree into this fire. Look at us go. Problem solving. Get into the ring. It'll also restore all of your health.
I would be dead if it weren't for you.
You would be. You should give me all that you have, as well as any tips on where to find epic loot. We've done a good deed today, is what we've done here.
I heard that Buddha planted watermelons here hundreds of years ago.
Oh, yeah?
One bite grants prolonged life.
Everyone's asking for those.
When the cold bites all around, without your powerful spells, there's no way I can find it.
Okay. So remember the guy who wanted something that was green on the outside and red on the inside? I'm assuming it's now a watermelon.
Someone once saw a chubby
Or
boy
just a
jump
melon.
from the cliff with a watermelon in his arms. He rushed to the edge of the cliff but saw no movement down there. Seemed like certain death. But suddenly, he heard the boy laughing from beneath, on and on. Bewildered, he fled from the cliff.
It was the little Buddha boy.
This story may offer a clue for my treasure hunt.
It may.
Maybe the watermelons were planted under the cliff.
Maybe.
Don't let me keep you, sir.
No, thank you for the
I will
tip,
leave
though.
by myself when I feel warm enough.
Alright, so we've got this hot tip now that maybe we can find watermelons at the base of a cliff. Now, with also water in it, though. We were told that he jumped off of a cliff into some water. There was no movement below. We're getting way off the beaten trail, though. We've got to go back to the fox now. And we've still not found our horse friend. There's... Oh, gosh. There's so much we got to find, and there's so much to do. Let's stay focused. We are going to need to download one of those map mods, I feel. Because there's no shot I'm memorizing all of this. Oh, did we rest? I don't remember resting. That's unfortunate, because that means that everything on this trail has come back. Did I rest? That's okay. Maybe we just become the fox and we run very quickly. And it works out for us in the end. I hate that they can get damage on you. I hate that so much. When you're like in the middle of actively landing a heavy attack, they can still turn around and hit you. It's absurd. We're going to fight everything from this point back, because that's not going to require a great deal of effort. It's up ahead where there's that one gargoyle that I'm a little bit concerned that things might get tricky. Also, we're just assuming that we can become a fox again. It could be the case that you had one shot and now it's done. Is that the case? I can no longer become a fox. I'm disappointed. What if I made a ring of fire? Yeah, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I suppose what we will do now is we will switch that back around. I'd rather have immobilize, honestly. And then also while we're here, we'll not set spells, but we will reignite something here. What was that bottom one? Cultivate spirits. Oh, that's right. I can upgrade these. So for this one, reduces the key cost for the spell. What's that mean? Of the upgraded effect. Kai? Ki? Chi? Oh, probably. Is... I don't know if the eggs and ham are green. I believe in the book they are, but it doesn't necessarily imply it in the wording. And then there was a farmer, had a dog, and Bingo was his name-o. Yeah, it's not clear. I'm going to assume it's the dog, because a farmer named Bingo is a bit silly. No! Old MacDonald! Old MacDonald had a farm. That's his name. His name is not Bingo MacDonald. So Old MacDonald had the farm, and his dog's name was Bingo. B-I-N-G-O. That's how we're settling that. What happens if I cultivate this? I have so much will, I don't think that I'll miss 1,500. Okay, but what have I accomplished by doing that? What was the goal at the end? Go back to reigniting spirits. Go back into this. What did I say? What else did I want to do here? Increases maximum might. Might recovery speed. Might decay while transformed. What is might? I actually don't know. I'm getting back out of this. A pluck of many should probably be upgraded. Hitting enemies moderately extends the duration of duplicates. Yep, should have gotten that to begin with. We had 6 to upgrade. We should have just upgraded a pluck of many. Alright, so after doing that, are you going to, no. In that case, we're going back this direction. We're going to head back down here. If I can remember how to get back down there. Oh. There we go. Pearl tree seeds. Okay, this is probably not the correct route. This looks like it's leading to certain death. Somehow we are surviving. We've not taken any damage. And we've made it all the way down. Sheer luck and happenstance. I don't know what direction is the proper way to go. Here's fella on bridge who did not seem too upset to die before. And he still doesn't seem all that upset to die again, honestly. Yeah, he didn't put up the best fight. I don't think he's all that perturbed. We'll never be able to become a fox, and that's okay. That's okay. We'll carry on. We don't need to be a fox. It's a tragedy, but we'll survive. We'll figure out what's this direction. And then we're going to go all the way around. Is there some kind of a joke being made in the chat that I don't follow? Is this your son's version of the song? It's probably that, isn't it? Oh. Non-able, huh? Is he called that because his hands are tied up and he's got large ears? Okay, that's a big kick you got there, buckaroo. How about that, though? Jeez. Don't like what he's doing right now. Get out of the... Don't let him kick you. Don't let him kick you, little monkey. Be better than that. Don't let him bully us. Come on. Stomps a lot. Oh, he's just floating now. Like, he knows. He knows what's going on. What I like about enemies like this is that we can just plant our feet and wait. Generally, they will attack us.
Have mercy.
Oh, no. I thought that was it. I thought that was gonna be it for the fight. I'm very disappointed. I'm very disappointed. Surely he's able now. Surely he gets a name change. Get up, 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 get up. Get up. Heal. Okay. We're going into transformation. This is not helping. I don't think we're gonna get him. Yep, that didn't help the way I wanted it to, and we're dead.
Pick up.
Oh, you're right. Those are two different songs. Yeah. Okay. I've just associated Old MacDonald with farms, I guess. You're correct, though. They are different. How awkward and embarrassing for me. We have to head back down there now, though. I'm not letting the... Oh, was that the Tower of Karma? Or was that the Brook of Bliss? It wasn't very blissful. I feel like it was probably the Brook of Bliss, though. I couldn't say for sure. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. You're correct. That is a different song. How does Bingo go? There was a farmer, had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, E-I-E-I-O. Wait a minute. I feel like these songs came from the same, like, root source. You know what I mean? B-I-N-G-O. E-I-E-I-O. Yeah, I felt... Now I'm like trying to figure out like what are the origins of these nursery rhymes. I think one thing I'm learning is that a lot of nursery rhymes though were written by people who were surrounded by farmers, because a lot of them tend to be about farmers and not a whole lot else. Not a whole lot of blacksmith nursery rhymes, are there? There was a blacksmith, had a forge. And John Smith was his name. Oh, it's not as interesting. Casting iron, casting iron, casting iron, and John Smith was his name. Oh, I'll tell you what, that's more useful for the modern audience, though. That's a skill that kids should learn real early, real young. Teach them young how to smelt, and you will feed them for the rest of their lives, or something like that. All right, we've got to do better against this guy.
Good who don't fight evil are evil.
We're going back to this strategy for the first part of the fight, because it was pretty effective before. It's much more effective if we actually manage to get all 3 monkey balls charged up. Because that actually, like, stops him from doing his attack. Whereas, like, when he starts his attack and we've only got 2 charged up, we just gotta do the attack and hope for the best. What I do like about this fight, though, is how they do lull you into a false sense of security. My son, much like John Henry, was born with a hammer in his head. Is that a nursery rhyme that I'm not familiar with, or did you just make that up? Are you now making up nursery rhymes for the blacksmith? Are nursery rhymes meant to be a form of propaganda for the youth? Being a farmer's actually really good. Just ask old MacDonald. He had a farm, and now he has a chain of fast food restaurants across the country. Honestly, it's the type of propaganda we need. No! How dare you try to attack me with a rock? It's like he figured out my strategy and decided to play against it. Okay. Let's unlock the second part of this fight.
Have mercy.
Surely he's able. Did I already make that joke? I hit the button to dodge! I can't tell you how many times I hit the button to dodge!
We must kill.
I don't know if I agree with your logic, sir. I'm disappointed, though. I do like that we figured out that this is a dead end, right? It ends with this guy. And as soon as we've defeated him, this region is basically finished. Do we really need to worry about these guys? I mean, I guess if we're going to make the journey every time, it's a free 86 XP every time we walk past. Times 2. Times however many we're going to get with this guy. He might actually... He's a little tougher. He might have more XP. Nope. Still 86. I'd rather have it than not. But I'd also rather not have to do this run again. So how about we make this here 3rd time's the charm?
When the evil rages.
Darn you. At least he doesn't do it twice in a row. Ooh, I don't like the placement of where that hits. It makes me feel bad for him. I mean, is he the bad guy? Yes. I guess. I don't know. The monkey could be the bad guy here. I don't know the story well enough. For all I know, we could be a villain. Okay? No.
Have mercy.
Okay. See, now that time I objectively dodged from him, and everyone saw it happen. That time I got hit. Take the healing. Is this still a good strategy right now? I don't know what he was about to do. I just didn't like it. I did not like what he was doing. Well, I John Henry was a mighty man born with a hammer in his hand. John Henry was a mighty man, and a mighty man was he. He struck a hammer onto a sycamore tree. See, I'm mixing them up again. Things are done a little bit different in Texas. Absolutely, they are. I don't know, like, specifically. Try dodging. Oh, I missed that first comment. Yeah, we dodge differently in Texas, Lucas. Nope, I have the wrong thing selected. That didn't do anything. Does his main attack not actually damage me at all? Or was it because I hid behind a rock, but the lightning still struck? I'm confused. He tries to beat the machine and laying down railroad. What an interesting story. I'm not familiar with this one. Well, that was a mistake. That was an accident. I've messed up. If we don't get him this time, I'm not coming back up here. There's a whole lot of other bits of the frozen tundra that we can go explore that don't involve this guy and his nonsense. And his kicking up rocks and all of his kicking up rock nonsense. It's not really giving me a chance to charge up this time around. Which, good on him, you know? It implies that he's learning, but I also don't like the idea that the boss learns between rounds. I'd rather him just be the same every time, so that I can memorize what he's doing, and then get better, and improve over time. No! What's bad is that we've made it this far so many times. We shouldn't try to get creative. We should not try to get creative. That was on me. We gotta just try the same old, tried and true methods. Like standing here and slowly charging up. It's worked for us every time. It's gotten us to this point every time. Okay. So he does weird magical things. Stop that. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Bad idea. Let's become a red tide. It didn't work out well for us last time, but maybe this time we'll deal a bit more damage than we did last time. In fact, dealing any amount of damage to him is more than we did last time. Whoa, get out of there. Get out of there. Do this. Okay, unfortunately that put us right in the path of fire. You know what? Summon the monkeys. Get 'em, boys!
We must kill.
Now, I know what I said about not doing this again. But we're going to go do this one more time. Because, gosh darn it, I think we can do better. Okay? Yeah, I apparently need to go culture myself a little bit. I need to go educate myself on... there are very clearly some old tales I've missed out on in my youth. So that last fight didn't start off well at all. Like, first off, we immediately cooked our very opening attack. So we're gonna fix that right now.
No fight.
No, there's no link for me. Well, here's the thing. I'm looking at the chat on Caster Labs, so I don't think it would show a link. Darn it. I think I could have maintained the monkey balls if I had perfectly timed that dodge. I'm sorry. I'm getting very into the fight. Is why I'm like not even commentating what's happening. Okay. Part 2. And I know exactly what I'm doing right out the gate this time. Okay, and now from the safety of Cloud Step, summoning my monkey brothers. No! Get back up! Take the heal. Did they all die? No, thank goodness. I was gonna say, that would be unfortunate, wouldn't it? The great thing about this is that they will keep him busy while I do all of these attacks. Because normally what happens here is... oh, they're all gone. He actually got rid of all of them immediately. This guy is a lot harder than he seems when you have him, like, tied down in the ground. Please just run at me. Don't do anything crazy. No! That was supposed to arrest momentum! Jeez, he moves so fast! Oh, good.
Strike the strong. Help the weak.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, little monkey!
Pick on the weak no more.
I don't know why we want to fight this guy. I don't know what exactly we need to defeat him for, and we're not going to find out right now because we're going to take another trail. We're going to go take another path. We're going to go back down to that other place that we found where we warmed the guy up and he was like, "Go find the bottom of the cliff." We're going to go over there. Actually, I tell you where we're going to go. We're going to go back up to... is that the top of this place? Right here, where we found the fox, who has no interest in speaking with us, apparently. Okay, and what we're going to do is go back the other direction, go down that hill, and determine whether or not I was correct about... hold on on just a second. All of this linking back together. Because that's the sort of thing I'm most curious about right now. So my theory was that all of this links back down and around to where we got on the turtle. And I could be incredibly wrong. Big rock man. Oh, no, hold on. That's not going to help me. Okay, now we switch to this. Because he's going to come for us no matter what. Maybe this is what we've been doing wrong this whole time. Maybe our number one problem in the entire game is a lack of patience. Oh, could this be the base of the cliff? Where we're supposed to find the watermelon? It doesn't seem right. It's like in the opposite direction of where we were searching before. Oh, hi. I see you. Don't think that you're being sneaky. Hopping around down here. Ew. This is another bird. I think the first thing we ever got wrecked by in this game was one of these gosh darn birds. Which, I mean, I guess maybe that shows we've come a long way. But then again, we've gotten a whole lot of abilities and leveled up a lot. So maybe defeating that bird is not actually all that impressive. This is probably a dead end here. It's probably not going to let us hop down there. I take it back. We've hopped down. Is this the largest region we've been to so far? I feel like yes. I don't think... I mean, definitely, the first region was... It wasn't necessarily that it was small. It's that it was very linear. It was pretty much just start to finish a single hallway. Is this one I've been to before? Apparently, yes. Oh, okay, so this just makes a big circle down to here. Where we've got Kratos here again. So it's not at all what I expected it to be. I expected it to all connect up to a region we'd been to before, and it simply doesn't do that. That's okay. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die, little monkey, don't die, don't die! I hate having to cloud step for this basic dude. A DVD with 3 stories about... Oh my gosh, hold on, no, I know that DVD you're talking about. I don't think I ever saw it, but I remember seeing it advertised. Yeah, it had Paul Bunyan, John Henry, the little engine that... I think I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, so this just leads to a dead end. Where's the temple we were supposed to find for the fox, then? Whoop, nope. Are all of these plants living creatures? Kind of seems like that's the case. This is a big one. This is a boss. Why is it a plant boss? At no point have we been prepped on the fact that we have to fight a whole bunch of bosses down here. That's not come up. If I defeat it, is it going to come back and have a slightly different second round, or is it just going to be dead? Because if this plant comes back to life with a slightly different round 2, I'm going to be very disappointed. Is he okay? He's struggling. Oh, I see. He has plant powers. I guess, is what's happening here. He's creating some sort of field of destruction around him and summoning a minion. I could do without that. Oh, shoot. I keep forgetting that the entire, like, summon a pack of monkeys things can be ruined if you just get hit by someone in the middle of doing it. And it takes a long time to cast. Get out there. It probably was a VHS. You're probably right. Back in the elder days. Get out of there! No! I got killed by a plant. Well, this was always intended to be a short stream, so today will just be a stream of dying to plants. Time is it about? Just about 11? Yeah, I got enough time. Alright. Thank you folks for tuning in. Jake, Lucas, thank y'all for keeping me company. God bless you both. Thank you for your support as executive producers. We now know what awaits us in this region. Apparently it's 2 boss fights with a plant and a man who is unable, or whatever that means. When we come back to do the next stream, hopefully we'll be in a better position to fight and defeat them. Until next time, thank you folks for watching. God bless you. I will see you later. Goodbye.